Hey guys, Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. How we doing? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. Appreciate you guys watching, subscribing, liking, all the things that you are gonna do, because I know you will. Because you love me. Anyways, there's this weird rumor going around, and this kind of stuff pops up every once in a while. I don't know how it starts, and I don't even know where the first place I heard this rumor, but I just want to go out on a limb as a guy that owns a store that if there's things like restocks or just like this weird off the wall, weird, crazy stuff that's like being talked about in like, you know, Europe or other parts of the world that these cards aren't printed in and wouldn't get this information first, let alone 2 weeks from now. Oh, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back and talk about what I'm talking about. Supposedly, there's all this rumors going around about, of all things, of all of the entire library of Pokemon and everything that you could possibly reprint right now, Shining Legends is getting a reprint. I don't know if you guys heard. Yes. Apparently, Shining Legends is not getting a restock. It's not getting a resupply. It's not getting a couple cases that they found in the middle of a pallet somewhere in a warehouse. No, it's got an honest to goodness reprint from the factory, and that it's being stocked in premium boutiques in France and apparently Europe and as a whole. So let's just talk about how that even doesn't even make sense. Supposedly, this reprint is hitting stores in June. It is May the 12th as of recording this. It takes weeks to just ship things to Europe. There is no way that this is happening and that the US stores and all those other distribution companies that don't deal with Europe, just deal with American stores, would not have heard of this or would not seen any amount of this. It's just not possible. Supposedly it's the ETBs, the Shining Ho-Oh like jumbo card, big box, and the lunch boxes, like of all the things, the most arbitrary and like hardest thing to make with all the little pencils and erasers and notepads and all that extra stuff they have to print, that would never be reprinted in this kind of stuff. It's silly, but let's break it down. Let's talk about it. So again, I don't know where I heard this first of all. Like, I think I was in like a live stream of somebody and they like somebody asked me, hey, what's this Shining Legends reprint, or what's happening with that? I was like, what are you talking about? What? That doesn't even make, what? And then apparently it was a source out there that people were talking about. Apparently it led back to a Twitter account for something. Now, there's people talking about this rumor and with absolutely no investigating or source finding happening at all. They're just throwing it out there on the internet, throwing it out on YouTube or whatever, talking about it. And again, I don't know where it's coming from or who started it or what happened, but instead of just like, look, I did research. I did 10 minutes of research just to look up and see if I could source where this information was actually coming from. And I couldn't. Spoiler. But it's crazy that people will just throw things out on the internet without even doing a couple of minutes of searching on the internet and going down the rabbit hole. I know that's why you guys subscribe to my channel. That's why you guys like me, because I tell you about stuff that's coming out that you may haven't heard of yet, maybe your first looks at stuff, and you know, first information about what's coming down from distribution and going to hobby stores and your big box stores around the country. So that's my thing. That's what I'm here to do. So I'm going to do some little investigative journalism here and tell you guys what I found. So apparently the cause and the source that everybody was leading to about all this stuff about Shining Legends being reprinted was from a French account of Pokecardex. Apparently it's like the French version of like an app that you can go through all your sets and mark off which cards you have so it keeps track of them all for you. Okay, great. The Twitter account that was on had like 1,500 followers. It's from 2010, so it's a very old account, but it's only had 1,500 followers in that amount of time. And I don't know. It's not a news source. It's not like a website or somebody that would have heard this information. They're not even linked with distribution, as far as I know. They're just a company that tracks the sets, and you mark them off as you go along, so that you know which cards you have and which ones you don't on your phone. As far as I know, that's all it is. But anyways, they had a link in their little Twitter that only had like 28 likes and like 6 comments. Okay. Okay. So, me going ahead and biting the bullet, I clicked on the link. It went to that own program's forums. So, their source was somebody on their forums that had no proof and just said it. Just, I don't know where they got information from. They said that they had sources and had seen it on websites and from companies. These what are they? Again, it had to be translated from French because, I don't speak French, so this may be wording weird, and I don't speak French. I hardly speak English, so it's a struggle for me in that regard. But besides the point, again, I threw it into Google Translate and it spit out all this stuff. Their source was citing that specialty boutiques or premium boutiques. I don't know what the terms were. I already forgot. It's so far-fetched that it's already gone. But it's that these websites had posted that, yes, this is a pre-order. It's coming out in June, and it's happening, and that they were sold out of the pre-orders, and they hadn't existed. They didn't have it available, but they had it up, and that there was a sign or a graphic that said it was for pre-order. Again, they themselves did not cite any of these websites. So I had to go down in the comments and scroll and Google Translate, try to understand and figure out what these people are talking about. Eventually they said, one of the websites that people, and this came up at a couple of them, pokebasement.com. Pokebasement.com. Again, if you weren't into Pokemon, that'd probably not be a good website to go off of. I'm not making this up. You can go on there right now and look this up. This is not me blowing smoke. Pokebasement.com. And yes, it is an actual website. You can go to it. It is in French. So I went there, I clicked on the link, I typed it in Google and hit the button and went there. I'm going to try to be nice. Their logo was just a bunch of stuff thrown on the website. It was a bunch of graphics vomited all together with a bunch of pixels and yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't professional looking. Let's say that. It wasn't exactly a premium specialty boutique shop that would have some credentials to be putting this out there. Let's just say. But yes, I did type in Shining Legends in French into the search bar, and boom, it popped up. And yeah, hey, it's for June restock for a pre-order if you wanted to buy it. It was 114 euros or something. I don't remember what it was. It was some amount, and you could. It was out of stock, of course. So, and that's what they said on the PokeCardex forum, official forum for PokeCardex, French. So I was like, okay, let's look at this shop up. Let's see what's up. So I pulled up Google Maps and I put in the address that they had in their about page, and of course it went to the French version of a P.O. box, which is basically what you do when you run a store out of your house and you just want an official post box that can hold a bunch of stuff and you can ship out of and make it look like it's semi-professional. You get a P.O. box. Yeah, that makes sense. So that was the address that they had. They did not have an official store that they were doing business out of. That was the official source for that information. It took me like, 10 minutes, 15, just because I was laughing a little bit in between there. But, and again, not to discredit the store. I'm sure it's great, and I'm sure that the information, wherever they got it from, they're in good faith in trying to pre-order things. That being said, I went to like other European websites like Total Cards, huge store. They are very, very up to date on when things happen, when reprints are happening. And again, this is happening in June, a month from now, where you would have to put your numbers in before now to even be doing anything and get any product. This would be everywhere. Everybody would be knowing about it. But no, it's not. Total Cards didn't have anything about it. I searched Shining Legends in their search. Nothing popped up. Yeah, I don't know what else to do. I don't have anywhere. Other sources like PokeBeach didn't have anything. All the regular news websites didn't have anything about the reprint happening, or restock even, or again, a couple cases in the bottom of a pallet somewhere. It wasn't anywhere. So again, I don't know where it came from. I don't know why anybody would be acting like this is true without looking up any sort of source. Obviously, it's not true, and a lot of places obviously, yeah, this doesn't make sense because we have all this other stuff that needs to be reprinting. Why would we reprint that of all things? Makes sense. I think that's smart. That's smart. But just even talking about it is crazy. So I just want to throw it out there and just like, there's like a 5% chance that this is actually happening, and yeah, maybe it's only in French. I don't know. That they found some boxes and they're shipping them out to these stores and these bedroom dealers that ship out of their houses. Maybe they got some and they're doing great, and they can actually fill this orders or any orders that they got in for this stuff. Cool. But I'm gonna go with the probably more likely scenario is that it's not happening, and this is crazy, and that this is even being talked about is silly. So there you go, guys. All the news that is news from Mason here at Cardinal Gaming. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to say that I officially debunked the Shining Legends reprint. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and just hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. And all the guys that are, going to the website, buying stuff. Appreciate you all. I'm out. Gotta go home. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.